Hello, my name is Keandria Green, and I will be doing a video with a volunteer. This is not real. This is for school purposes only. Hello, how are you doing?
Doing well, thank you.
Good, good. Would you like to introduce yourself and tell us how old you are?
Sure. Right, my name is Kelly Phillips. I'm 29 years old.
All right, thank you, Miss Kelly, Mrs. Kelly. So I'm going to start by just asking you a few questions just to kind of figure out a little bit about your background and just to get to know you a little bit better, okay?
Okay.
The first question is, what is your favorite childhood memory and why?
Okay. I would say my favorite childhood memory is just being around all of my family, my cousins, more so at my grandmother's house. I felt like being at my grandmother's house was always like a safe space for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
You can go see your cousins, you can play, you can, do all of those great childhood memories that a lot of people wish they had or do have.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so your favorite childhood memory is spending time with your grandmother, because like it sounds like she might have been like the matriarch of the family, and everybody came together and had a good time.
Right, from family events to holidays to just simply going over there on the weekends. Like that was just a place to be. She's pretty much I would say, the dominant person for all of us in the family.
Got it. Okay. And what is a goal you would like to accomplish within the next 3 to 5 years?
A goal I would like to accomplish in the next 3 to 5 years is debt. Like just clearing all of my debt. That's just been a goal for me for the longest.
Okay.
And I've been really, really working on it. And just thinking about it, making different plans to just get rid of a lot of debt this year. Like I feel like I've been pushing the hardest starting the beginning of this year to get rid of a lot of debt.
Okay. So you think that in 3 to 5 years you have a plan to decrease your debt significantly by making better choices and just clearing stuff off, paying stuff off, just taking care of stuff that's been kind of probably neglected, or just getting to it finally.
Absolutely. And that way we can how I like to have a plan usually. I am spared the moment sometimes, but when it comes to like finances and stuff like that, I kind of like to be on top of everything and not just on time but ahead. So I feel like clearing a lot of debt will help me stay on top of everything.
Great. Money management.
Management.
Yeah, perfectly. Understood. Describe your relationship with your peers.
I would say my relationship with my peers, it just depends on which peers. But as far as like family and friends, I feel like I pretty much treat my friends like they are family. So me just being there for them, whether it's financially, physically, mentally, like whatever they need from me in that moment, I feel like I'm always a go-to person for people. Or my peers, I would say, all the time, because even if I don't have the answers, I'm always there to listen.
Right. Okay. So it sounds like you have strong bonds with friends and family currently?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Do you feel like you were prepared to leave the nest whenever you decided to leave home and embark on your own life journey?
I would say kind of, but not really. Being that, I had a short time with my mom. So at the age of 13, my mom passed away. So it was just like me and my dad. I lived with him. He worked a lot, and I had my sisters. However, I feel like I was kind of prepared just because I pretty much kind of mentally tried to prepare myself. But as I left, I noticed like maybe I really wasn't ready, but I kind of figured it out. But it was kind of like you don't necessarily know because this happened, but you just really know until in the moment.
Yeah, you gotta figure it out.
You gotta figure it out in the moment. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. So, even though I thought I was ready in some aspects of life, I realized I wasn't ready, or it's some things that I probably could have learned from her that I didn't necessarily get, that I kind of learned on my own throughout the journey.
Okay, so you said that you want to acknowledge your mom. Rest in peace. You said that she had an early passing, and growing up, you felt like you could have had a lot more knowledge or wisdom from your mother and just made different choices, or just you could have just been more prepared.
Yeah, I would say more prepared because I think just from my perspective, I have made a lot of good life choices. However, like you said, I could have probably been better prepared.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Like prepared prepared previously versus, prepared prior versus in the moment.
After, or learning after going through things. Yeah, you could just avoid a lot of unnecessary
mishaps.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
exactly. Understood. Okay, so who do you consider your current support system or your support team?
My current support team is pretty much my number one, my husband. And then I would say my father, my sisters, and my kid's grandmother. So my husband's grandmother. Those are like my main go-to people.
Okay. Okay, so it sounds like you have a strong support system and you feel supported.
Definitely feel supported. It's just like I would say me and my husband, our main person is his grandmother because she is so close. Versus my sister and my dad, yeah, they're supportive, but they are miles and miles away.
Right.
So it's kind of like supportive to a certain extent.
Yeah. This is part of the system. Like it takes the village.
Exactly.
Part of your village.
Definitely.
Okay. Okay, and how do you feel about your ability to trust others?
I would say my ability to trust others. Sometimes it is kind of hard to trust people because you just don't know if you're trusting them for the right reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like some people, yeah, I'm trusting you with my kids, or I'm trusting you with what I'm going through, and are they really there to listen and help you through it, or are they really just there to know what's going on to tell your business to the next person?
Right.
You know, so it's kind of like hit and miss. So I don't really put people in my business a lot. It's like certain people you can tell certain things to.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
So you have a couple of people that you feel like you can trust, and then others you just limit what you kind of disclose to others because you just trust them, but you don't trust them in those.
Right, and then you have people that are associates, but not necessarily like a friend, or So my actual like circle of people that I trust is pretty much family, and it's a small percentage. So it's not it's close knit family.
Just,
say it like that.
Select individuals.
My support system is who I trust with whatever.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you have a certain religion or belief?
Growing up, I went to church all the time. The church that I attended was a Baptist church. So I guess I can say like I'm Baptist, but I'm not against other religions. Like I went to a Church of Christ, and I feel like it's kind of similar to a Baptist. So I've never like been to like a Catholic church or anything like that. So my beliefs, I guess, are I believe in God, of course, but I don't necessarily,
identify with one religion.
Exactly.
Okay, so do you consider yourself a Christian?
Definitely.
Okay, that's the main thing. You consider yourself a Christian. There are so many different definitions of walks of life and discrepancies. So just Christian is your belief, and that's what guides your principles and your morals. So that's good. Sorry. Can you just answer, how has your faith helped or hurt you in your life?
My faith has helped me get through different trials and tribulations. And it has also hurt me sometimes because you have too much faith in certain people or too much faith in certain things, and you don't see it for what it really is in the moment, and it could end differently than what you expected. But I definitely will say, just having, I'll try to put it, I definitely will say like having faith in the people that you trust has been rewarding in the end.
Okay, so you're saying that in the past you've been hurt because you were leading in a godly way, or you were trying to act like God would act towards others, like treating others how you want to be treated, and you didn't get the same thing in return. And so maybe you just didn't identify your discernment at that time like you do now.
Yeah, exactly.
So once you learn about people and who they are, and they show you who they are, you can use your discernment about how involved you want them to be in your life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, that's understood. And you said you do have faith because you do feel like there is a supernatural power that does come in and reward you and kind of make things happen for you, and just just show up whenever you need it, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So I did hear you mention you are currently married, right? How long have you been married?
I will be married for 5 years
Okay.
in September. So
Oh, yay.
4 years already.
Okay.
Okay.
Great, great. So you're 29 and you're married. You have any kids?
I have 2 children. I
Mhm.
have a 4-year-old and a 2-month-old. Actually, she'll be 3 months tomorrow.
Oh, and how was that? How was motherhood?
Perfect. Great. Awesome.
Yeah.
Undescribable.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. And this is the last question. You can answer however you want to. How do you feel like your upbringing has shaped how you raise your children and you handle your marriage?
I would say my upbringing for how I handle my children and my marriage was actually perfect for me because I feel like my parents set the tone.
Mhm.
They were married before I was even born.
Mm-hmm.
They were still married when my mom passed away, so I grew up in a 2-parent household.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always felt like that love and that family, oriented love. So I feel like that helps me with the upbringing of my children.
Mm-hmm.
I was always given what I needed. I never had to go without.
Mm-hmm.
I may not always got what I wanted, but I always had what I needed.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like that's what I give to my children. I was always loved.
Mm-hmm.
I give my kids a lot of love, and I feel like anytime they need me, I'm gonna be there for them because that's what I had growing up, and I still have it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, it takes a village. My parents definitely had a village, and that has definitely shaped me into the person that I am today.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like my marriage as well, I saw my parents be married. I saw them go through things. Saw them get through things,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw them just be successful, and that definitely has molded me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it sounds like you were brought up in a very healthy environment with healthy parents, and sounds like you really truly value connectedness, and it seems like other people view you the same way. So it seems like you just have a healthy circle and a healthy, wholesome thing going on. So you're married, you have kids, you have healthy beliefs and values, and we all go through things. However, it sounds like you have a strong hold on just the idea of what you want, and you can do it in a healthy way. So that is the conclusion of this interview, and I really appreciate your participation.
Thank you.
There is no answer or no hit or miss. I just want to see how you being raised kind of carries over into how you raise your children and how you emerge as an adult. So those type of things definitely come all together and play a big part in shaping people. So that's what I needed to know. So thank you so much.
You are welcome. And these are some good questions.
Oh, thank you.
It makes you actually think,
Mm-hmm.
and reflect on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times I don't even think about this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and it's actually daily life.
Yeah. Or sometimes we don't give ourselves enough credit for because we're always busy surviving or always busy preoccupied with taking care of everybody else. You don't realize like I got this. Like I got this.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And I'm doing it.
You're doing
I'm
it.
doing it.
You're doing it.
Yes.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
So that's overall, yeah, you're doing a great job. And I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you, girl. I think I always give a hug after I'm done because I feel like these are so helpful. Even though it's like a fake video, it's kind of like.
And it's very healthy. I love these
Yeah.
questions.
So yeah, if you ever want to